Get down here to class, 1232 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware.
Shalom, Lord in Christ, to my brothers and sisters, man. Y'all need to come down to 1232 North King Street, where the truth resides, man. ISUPK Delaware. We definitely representing doing some big things.
202 North DuPont Boulevard in Smyrna, Delaware.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Come and be a part of this rising thing that we got going on here in Delaware.
I hear everybody claiming that they love the Lord and love God and all that. Well, get in here and show it. You know what I mean? The scriptures say faith without works is dead. So if you ain't doing nothing, your faith is dead. So get up and do something. What you need to do is get your ass up and get in the class. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing else. You're sitting home wasting time. Everything is going on around you, and you don't know how to compartmentalize these things. You understand? I'm on my way to class right now, like you should be. You know what I'm saying? Class don't stop for nothing. Yeah, we gotta. I don't want the people out there to hear nothing, man. Nah, I'm just playing. They can hear me. But yeah. So shout out to everybody, man. I'm gonna try to stay back a little bit on the microphone because I can see like last time it was a little bit loud or whatever. But if y'all could just rock with me and check to make sure that if y'all could put it in the chat, you know what I'm saying. Let me know if the volume sounds good. It'll be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciate it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hey, you see my a pair of like sunglasses? I had a pair of sunglasses when I came in. Sloppy. I might have.
Yeah, when you came in?
Yeah, hold on. Nah. Those is I think those are the top posh. Yeah. I had them when I came in, but maybe I could be tripping, but yeah, don't. Could you tell Dusty it probably be on my front seat, my front what's the name? Yeah, the light be bright sometimes, man. But yeah, so today the lesson for the class today is to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the most important thing in these times. Because like where we're at right now with everything that's going on, we don't know how to compartmentalize a lot of these things. And so it's easier just to fall off. And so now, after, I would say after Commander General Yohana did the lecture on demons, I think for me, mostly like I've been able to really like identify it more now. It was different before, you know what I'm saying? Like, you deal with things and thoughts that come in your mind, everything that you go through. It's like now that we had the lecture, it's like now I can identify more of those things. I can identify more when a demon is trying to get on you. I can identify more when you get in situations and you have anger in situations and like even like what Commander General Yohana was saying is like the water, like you even gotta like you even have to watch the things that you think about. And I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like when you really look at when you really think about that and you really like have a lot of time to think about it, it's like Commander General Yohana, he revealed a whole different level of the things that you go through when you're in the truth. You know what I'm saying? On the spiritual side. So you know, even when you get upset with things like in your normal life, like anybody would, it's like you even got to watch how you think about it. You know what I'm saying? So, so today, you know, it was my class was about, you know, being able to fight and understand that, you know, you have to fight and understand the game that's being played on you. You know what I'm saying? So I was reading something today. I think it was in Deuteronomy, and this what I'm going to start to read before camp. This is what I'm gonna start to read before camp, because everybody know when we go to camp, we go to war, right? And we will be going to war in Harlem, New York. No, not Harlem. Times Square with Commanding General Yohana. He's going to be in Times Square. I feel like, could you like lean it up just a little bit? It seemed like the camera's kind of cutting off the top of my head. You know, so we'll be up there in Times Square for the annual barbecue that's going to be up in Harlem. And, you know, so I encourage everybody to come out and, you know, if you have, you know, the time, man, get out there, man, and get around your brothers. If you can't, and you're thinking in your mind for whatever reason, you can't, you got to do it. Oh, is that?
No.
Oh, now, okay. Oh, 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure that we got this straight. And, you know, you want to make sure that, you know, when you're going to go, oh, yeah. And when, you know, don't get in your mind that, you know, you can't do it or whatever, because at the end of the day, it's about you fighting those demons, man, and taking your butt up there and going and being around your brothers. And because that's most of the battle. All right, hold on, let me see and make sure. Bye. All right, Salakia. And that's what half the battle is. Half the battle is you fighting your demons and understanding that they're there. Hold on, Salakia. Okay, if you could just turn it just a little bit. We should be good to go. Yeah, and that's what half the battle is understanding that and how to fight your demons, because you're always gonna be up against them, and that's what's gonna mainly be the thing that you're gonna have to fight in the truth, especially now and what we're going through now. Could you give me Deuteronomy, right? Start at 1. Let's start at 1. 20 and 1.
Chapter 20.
Yeah. Because the thing what it is right, when we go to the battle, we don't necessarily trust in the Lord. Because you know what we trust in today? What we trust in today is our bread, our money. We trust in our money. We trust in what we can physically see. And that's where we go wrong at with a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, you know, we gotta have money, right? But then it's like, for a lot of people, that's the main thing. That's why brothers can't come into the school. Sisters can't come into the school, because they think that I can't make it because I have to have this money. I have to make this money, so I can't come down to the school for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And that's the demon that you got to fight in your head, because that is ultimately the thing that's keeping you from being here. Right, but the Lord always told us and assured us when we went to battle, all we had to do was just trust in the Lord. And how many of us are ready to trust in the Lord with the battles that we fight every day? You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and read and start at verse 1. Whoever got it, Slagia.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
When thou goest out to battle against thy enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them, for the Most High thy power is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Right, because see, remember, the Lord always was with us, and I can understand how it can be hard sometimes because you might be in a situation where, you know, you can't see the other side. You can't see the way out of it because Satan doesn't reveal that part to you. So when you're actually in it, that's the battle that you got to be able to get through. I totally get it, and I totally understand it, because this statement here, the Lord is assuring you that when you go to the battle and you might see that the odds are against you, just know that I'm with you in this battle. But that's hard to see, you know what I'm saying, when you're broke down on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, you get the foreclosure notice on your door, or when, you know, you get the bill that's telling you that they're about to cut something off. So it's easier for you to trust in the money part because you feel like, okay, well, this is what's really going to bring me through, not that God stuff, not that Bible stuff. And the times when things are hard is when we got to lean on the Lord the most. All right, keep going.
Come, verse 2. And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people. Verse 3, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint. Fear not, and do not tremble. Neither be ye terrified because of them.
Right, because remember, like I said, that battle is that, you know, that thing that you're going to have to fight, but you know, but the assurance that the Lord has given you is that you're going to win the battle, but you got to trust in it because it's going to look like the opposite way. It's going to look like you're going to fail, you know what I mean, if you go up to fight. But the opposite is true. And so what we fail to realize with a lot of things is that we think that when we go to the battle, we're going to lose. So now we got to vote for Kamala Harris. Or now we have to vote for Donald Trump because when we try to fight the battle, we're going to lose. And this is where all of us, you know, go wrong as a nation. And what Commander Jimmy Yohana did in that lecture was he exposed, I don't even think brothers really, and I know brothers, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying how heavy that was, because what he was able to do was he was able to help you to identify when a demon is coming in your brain, or when, you know, when something is a demon, when you're going through it. So then you understand more like what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been at times where after the lecture, right, where I was upset about, you know, maybe the way the business was going, or the way, you know, I wasn't finding favor with, you know, other, you know, the insurance companies and different things like that. And I would get mad, you know what I'm saying? And then I would question, like, is this something that I'm supposed to be doing right now? You know, and of course, in that moment, you would need the reassurance, if you talk to your brother and you say, hey, look, you know, I need reassurance on this. You know, is this something that I should be doing? And your brother will tell you, hey, look, you know, you should be doing this or whatever. This is, you know, what, you know, you have to understand about that situation. So, but what Commander Jimmy Yohana did was he gave us the ability to be able to understand it and be able to identify it. All right. Okay. Let's keep going. Hey, you came down with the security joint and everything, man. Yeah. Man, all right, go ahead.
Verse 4, for the Lord thy power, it's like it, for the Lord your power is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies.
Right, now this is what I'm about to say. What we about to read right now is what I'm about to just start saying to everybody that don't want to go to camp. All right? Now, I'm not saying if you don't go to camp for, because your slavery don't allow you to go to camp. I'm not talking about that. But across the nation, this is what I'm going to say. All right? Deuteronomy 20:5. Now, remember, we're going to the battle now. Now, the Lord is saying, when you go to the battle, this is what the officers are supposed to say to the men. All right? This is what I'm going to start saying to the men. Right? When it comes to time for us to go to the battle, and it comes that time when it comes for us to go to camp, this is what I'm going to say. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 5. And the officers shall speak unto the people, saying, what man is there that hath built a new house and have not dedicated? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in battle.
Right. So if you got something going on, go ahead and do it, man. If you got something, that you really got to handle, because at this point, I'm not even fighting it no more. So if you got something you got to do, just go do it. Right? Keep reading.
And another man dedicated.
Oh, read it from the back to get the full thought.
Come on, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
And the officers shall speak unto the people, saying, what man is there that hath built a new house and have not dedicated? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in battle, and another man dedicated.
Right. So if you got something going on, you got a crib, you ain't dedicated it yet, man. Look, go home, man. Because there's a chance that when we go out to this battle, we could die. And your rib ain't going to be your rib no more, and another man going to dedicate that crib, right? So if you got to go home, just go home, all right? I hate not to have Zariah on security. He looked like he ready to secure the whole building. Do you still want to do security? or Zariah can take it over? All right, there you go, man. You got security, man. Golly. Right. Damn. Yo, you can leave that vest here too. It's a level 4? Damn. So yeah, so let's go into it, man. Let's go, man. Let's get into it, man.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead.
You want verse 6?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 6. And what man is he that hath planted a vineyard and have not eaten of it? Let him also go and return unto his house, lest he die in the battle. Another man eat of it.
Uh-huh.
And what man is there that has betrothed a wife and have not taken her? Let him go and return unto his house.
Right. So look, when you check in for camp from now on, right? And you got any of these things that we just read, right, going on, just do it. Just do it, man. This is not for the brothers that go to camp. This is not for the brothers who are not supposed, can't go to camp because of their slavery. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about the brothers who is available, and they're making themselves not available because they just don't want to do it. All right. So if you got a wife that you try to get, we could die at camp. So go ahead and chill with your wife, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and chill with your rib. No sweat. You got a house that you ain't dedicated yet, go ahead, man, and dedicate that crib because we about to go to war and we might not make it back and another man might dedicate that crib, right? Go ahead, one more. Verse,
You want 37? 8.
Yeah.
You want 8?
Yeah, 8.
Come on, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 8. And the officer officers shall speak further unto the people.
Oh, say that one more time. And the what?
And the officers shall speak further unto the people.
Uh-huh.
And they shall say, what man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted?
Right. If you're afraid to go to camp, if that's what the thing that's going on in your head, if that's a demon that's in your head that's stopping you from going, read on.
Let him go.
Right. Just stay home. Right? It'll be a lot better without you. Right? Because remember, with camp, we go to like, and that's not for anybody specifically. I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but I'm just saying if that's you, then of course I'll let it apply to you. But what I'm saying is that this is what we all sign up for. You get my point? We sign up for this. It's not a glorious life. It's a life of paying for gas money. It's a life of tolls. It's a life of rental cars. It's a life of them tires getting beat up, right? By what? Asphalt. That right, potholes. That's what this life is about. This life is not, the most glorious thing. I understood what the general said when he said, don't come in the truth thinking that you're just gonna hit the lottery. Tell you why. I was watching this documentary about the lottery, right? You know how like the oppressor is so covert, right? He's so covert and we don't even know it. We don't even realize how smart and covert Esau is, right? You know how like in this election, right, that we about to go to, one of the biggest things that black people are saying is we don't want them to impose taxes. We don't want them to impose taxes on the poor, blah, 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 right? Do you know that the lottery is a covert way to get taxes from the poor? Literally, that extra $2 when you go into you see old head up in the bodega, like, yeah, let me get 257, let me get 712, let me get 555, let me get 727. That's taxes. They just made it in a covert way that you don't even know. Why? Because they know you poor. Guess what? They said that poor people, which is black and Hispanic people, make up almost 70% of all the sales on the lottery. And they said that the chances of winning the lottery is 1 in 300 million. Meaning this, the chances of a vending machine falling on you and you dying is 1 in 8 million. 1 in 8 million. The chances of you dying, like just dying, is like it's not even that high. Like it's not as astronomical as you taking home the jackpot, right? It's like way, way less. And the oppressor has figured out a way to literally get the taxes from you and you be happy about it. So you sit there like, man, I don't want y'all to put no taxes on me. But the taxes are right there in the lottery ticket. I bought a lottery ticket one time, right? I bought a lottery ticket probably like 2 weeks ago. I was in some small town. I was like, well, this is a place that could win, right? So I go, I'm like, yeah, I'll get the lottery ticket. It was like some West Bumble town, right? So I'm like, let me get a lottery ticket. And as I'm walking out of the store, I look down at the lottery ticket. I just had like an epiphany. I'm like, the oppressor is smart. He's selling little pieces of paper for $2. That is the most great. That's the most awesome thing that you can sell to people. Little pieces of paper for $2 a piece. Some $3 a piece, $1 a piece. But guess what it is? A piece of paper. That's what it is. Piece of paper. A little piece of paper like this big. It's not even a whole sheet. Look, this is the whole sheet. You know how many lottery tickets you can get off of this? You can at least get what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this whole This whole notepad, right, with all the paper, like straight out the pack, is about what, 79 cents? It's like 79 cents. So he's able to cut this up into little lottery tickets and sell them for $2 a piece. And we talking about taxes being high on the poor. This is why we gotta understand the battle. I didn't even know. Like, when Commander General Yohana told us that in the lecture, that's a demon. I didn't realize that too. Like, yeah, you could get, you could be the, let's just say you're the 1 in 300 million. And you make it, the chances are you're probably going to leave. You're probably going to leave the truth because you got $300 million. You don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? We probably ain't going to see no more. Or you might not even pay tithes on it, because if you get 300 million and they give you 150, that means the school get what? At least 15 million. We lit. So are you gonna be able to break bread on 15 million? That seemed like a pretty big number. So that then you start to realize, like, it's like a demon. I can see what he's saying when he's saying a demon, like when you're trying to like win the lottery like that, it's like it's a demon, because that demon is destroying you, because literally it got you, like, you have lottery fever. You know how, like, and I hate to see it. Like, I hate it so much. Like when I go into a store and you see like Unc or you see Auntie at the register, and they just buying so many tickets, like, and it's just like, and that's a demon, because the demon is on them, like, yeah, you can win all the money. Look, if you won, man, you'll give everybody money, and that'll keep you draining your money. Then you look up like, oh man, they trying to raise taxes on the poor. Well, they didn't already got you. That's why we got to fight demons, man. We got to understand the battle that's being played, and we got to understand it. I want to go into something else too, but read it one more time so we can bring everybody back.
You want verse 8?
Yeah.
Come on, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
And the officers shall speak further unto the people,
mm-hmm.
and they shall say, what man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint as well as his heart.
Mm-hmm. Because remember, like when you and this, and I've told brothers this, and I know brothers know what I'm saying, but like the way I look at like camp is like this, man. Like if you don't want to go, then it's just best that you just don't go. If you feel it like in your heart, like we've been in this truth a long time. If you feel like, what I'm saying, like in it, you don't want to do it, then just don't go. Because I would rather you just not go, because I want everybody that's there to want to be there. You know what I mean? It's a whole far better thing if, you know what I mean? Because if we go and one of us die and you can't get back to your family, I don't want, I guess you can't. I guess it wouldn't be on your heart, huh? I guess that'll be it. But, I want if we go to war and you die, I want it to be because you wanted to really be there. I don't want you to go and you didn't really want to be there, but you don't want to get hit with a stray. You get my point? And so this, what the Lord is saying here is this, like he's trying to weed out, like, so he's saying, like, if we go to battle and we go into war up against, because that was one thing that Israel always had an issue with when we would go to war. Sometimes we would go and we'd be like, damn, we supposed to fight them people, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't want to fight the battle because we were afraid. And so now, when the Lord is saying, look, I'm gonna be with y'all when you go to fight these battles, and and you can take this to any battle that we fight in life, period. But you go up to the battle, he said, look, man, have the officers go out there and tell the people, look, man, if you got a wife, you ain't been with your wife, then go be with her. If you don't want to, if you got a house, you ain't dedicate your house yet, and you ain't had your house warming yet, and you saying you want to go do it, then just go do it. right? And then if you a brother that is here and you afraid to go, then you just go home, because we don't need that to fester amongst the camp and have other brothers feeling like, man, maybe we shouldn't have came out here anyway. You know what I'm saying? And so this is what the Lord is saying, to strengthen the ranks. Hebrew Academy is coming up, right? It's there to strengthen the ranks, and really is there to get you the hell out of here. You know, I would rather you just, you know, we love you and everything like that, but you know, it's just, you know, we'd rather you just get the fuck on out of here. You know what I mean? Because like it's cool. Like we don't need like a bunch of numbers. That's not like the success of the school. The success of the school is not built on a ton of numbers. If you ever looked at any battle that Israel ever fought, the Lord never gave a damn about the numbers. You know what I mean? That's why when David numbered the children of Israel, we went up and died, because he didn't put his strength in the Lord. He put his strength in the numbers. You get my point? And the Lord showed him, like, look, that's not what I'm worried about in this situation here. You know what I mean? I'm worried about who really wants to be here and who is really down and really want to do it. This is not, like I said, this is not like a life where, you know, you're going to come in here and hit the lottery. It's not a life where, you know, every day is going to be a great day. It's not a life where, you know, every order that you get is going to be an order that you're willing to do. Sometimes, you know, you might get an order. I remember one time I got an order. They was like, yo, go meet New York camp at exit 12. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? I would have had to get on the turnpike and go up to exit 12. That's like Kearney, New Jersey. That's like up by Newark, New Jersey. Go meet the brothers. They coming down. They're gonna meet you halfway and grab the cheers for the school. And I just went and did it. You know what I'm saying? Because and then I remember that day I was like chilling in the bed. I wasn't doing nothing. I was chilling, and I had to go do it. So every order that you get might not be an order that you like, but ultimately just understand that we all follow Christ, and any order that you get, it wouldn't be an order that another brother wouldn't do. You get my point? And that's the whole point, man. So let me get Proverbs 1:22.
One second. Ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
You know how long we'll love it? Until the cows come home. That's how long we're gonna love it. We love to be simple. I mean, something, you know, and I realize it, like when you really think about it, we've been slaves for a long time. We've been slaves for a long time. Longest, like we've been we could somebody pull a homeboard slave, but how long? What will we love simplicity?
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and the fools hate knowledge.
Right. That's what it really is. We like it gets like sometimes I wonder, like, were we ever warriors? Like, were we ever like? I mean, I could read here we were. You know what I mean? But sometimes I'd be wondering, like, you know, have we ever been this? I mean, how did it get this way? How did we get to this point? What was put in place for us to get to this point? That's the real conundrum in this whole thing. You know, sometimes you really think about it, like, damn, how did we get this destroyed? You look in the scriptures, and the Lord said that He would do it, right? I'm gonna go to did somebody got that other one, the homeboard? Yeah, that's it.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We don't know what freedom looks like because we've never been able to know what it feels like. You know, I be watching these documentaries on like dangerous roads, like over in Africa, like all through the continent. Like I be watching all of them, Sudan, Chad, just how much they don't have infrastructure, and how dangerous those roads be that those Africans take when they, when they move through the Congo or when they move through, the South Sudan or, any of the countries that are in Africa. And I'll be like, damn, that's bad. They don't have no infrastructure, nothing. The roads muddy, muddy is like crazy. I mean, the trucks that they drive got 1 million miles on the trucks. I'm like, man, but then I think about it, they're better off than we are. They're better off than we are. Because, we might be able to have a nice chain, or we're able to have a nice car, and we're able to have a nice house and different things. Like, wait a minute, that's everything. No, I'm just playing. I'm not playing. Hey, look, that's damn near everything, huh? But the downside to that, hey, brother's like, it ain't no downside. Right. But the downside to that is that even though we might have those things, right? Those tiny luxuries, right? We're still enslaved. We still have somebody over top of us. Like, one thing that you can say about those Hamites that's living in the dirt is that they have a sense of community. You know what I mean? When they do things, it's like, even though I don't know you, but we're doing this because I'm Congolese and you're Congolese. You know what I mean? You're able to get on this. Yeah, I'm gonna charge you for this and that. But when they see like a truck stuck in the mud, they all get out the truck and they help push it. They don't, and if they get dirty, they just all get dirty. They just muddy. Like, well, we all muddy and we all, in here or whatever. But they still have that sense of community. They have that sense of knowing that you're my brother and I'm going to be here to help you. And we don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my car break down or your car break down, you know who you have? AAA. Ain't no brother gonna stop and be like, hey, brother, hey, man, what's going on? You need help with that tire? Nigga gonna be like, whoa. Nobody gonna even look over there at you because we don't have that sense of brotherhood. And sometimes I might see black people on the side of the road, trying to fix a tire. You know what I do? Whoa. Because look, I got brotherhood, but they might not. I can't. Am I supposed to risk myself? You know what I'm saying? Right. So this is the way that it is, right? Let me show y'all something, man. I've been here before, but this book right here, right? It's called Psychology. Hey, anybody, Thashim, you got that book down there in medieval Europe in 1500? Nah. It's when it said that Christ was a revolutionary. That book is not here.
I'll check.
Somebody got the book. We need that book. It said that's the book that said Christ was a revolutionary. I got the book off of Amazon and it was the last one they had. The book is rare. It was a rare book. So this book is called Psychology, right? By Rita L. Atkinson, Richard C. Atkinson, Howard E. Smith, and Ernest R. Hilgert, right? This is introduction to psychology, right? And what it said is like, literally, I'm not making this up, but it says on page 490, what is a normal person, right? Easy enough. It says normality is even more difficult to define than abnormality. But most psychologists would agree that the following qualities indicate emotional well-being. The characteristics do not make sharp distinctions between the mentally healthy and the mentally ill. Rather, they represent traits that the normal person possesses to a greater degree than the individual who is diagnosed as abnormal, right? So let's look at what they say that a normal person is. It says, a normal person has an efficient perception of reality. Right? Do we got an efficient perception of reality? I don't think so. You know, considering that we're about to vote for a woman who literally said she wasn't going to do nothing for black folks, and who literally said that she was the first Indian American senator. Right? So we see the videos, we heard the interviews, and we still are going to vote for her because she's a black woman. Does that look like we have an efficient perception of reality? It says the normal individuals are fairly realistic in appraising their reactions and capabilities and interpreting what is going on in the world around them. They do not consistently misperceive. That's a normal person. A normal person doesn't consistently misperceive what is going on around them in their reality. And the reality for black folks is that we have consistently been oppressed, and it's been a concerted effort to undermine our advancement, right? It says they do not consistently misperceive what others say and do. All right, what do we misperceive that others say and do? Kamala Harris said, I'm not going to specifically do something for black people. I'm not going to say that. And what do we say? She's going to do something for black people because we consistently misperceive. And it says they do not consistently over-evaluate their abilities and tackle more than they can accomplish, nor do they underestimate their abilities and shy away from difficult tasks. That's what a normal person would do. We do shy away from difficult tasks. You know what a difficult task that we shy away from? Thinking that we could do, not understanding that change comes from within. It comes from within yourself. What y'all doing in there? What the hell's going on? Slock it. Supposed to be quiet. Hold on 1 second, y'all. It's a cough medicine. Yeah. I think that's the key is with being nasty right there. So I want you to hear about this normal person thing, man. Right? And an abnormal person. Let me see. Who's in here? Hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. One second, I'm just fixing my camera. Yeah, that's kind of rough. Nope. Get it on. All right. So, as we move forward, we'll just let everybody know when we move forward, we'll be getting other brothers in here on Tuesdays, giving different brothers, letting them take the class and stuff like that. And we'll be getting it on, man. I look forward to seeing, some of the different classes that's going to be coming out. But what an abnormal person is, man. A normal person, an abnormal person. All right. A normal person deals with reality. The abnormal individual is one who wrestles and doesn't deal with reality. Ain't that something? So we heard what a normal we heard what a normal person is, and according to hold on. According to the psychological introduction to psychology by Atkinson and Atkinson, Black people are not normal. I didn't say it. Look, this is a college course. This is what psychology teaches, that a normal person has a good perception of reality, and we don't. So we're not normal people by definition. We're not normal. You know, we say, well, I don't know. It's crazy. Like we still in 20, like we still arguing with people about saving everybody. Like, okay, what Bible are you reading? You just don't read it. Not you cannot be reading it, right? You can't. The Bible doesn't say. The Bible is not complicated. It's only complicated when it really gets to like Paul. That's it. It's just straightforward. It is what it is. It's not so complicated because, like, why would it be so complicated if the general public will be reading it? But the thing is like we don't read anything. You know how many sisters I've talked to, and they say, I'd be like, yeah, man, I'll be listening to an audiobook, or I'll listen to this audiobook. I listen to so many audiobooks. I listen to Gucci Mane's book. Gucci Mane got a great book. Great book. You know what I'm listening to right now? Jimmy Walker from JJ from Good Times. Yeah, he got a book out. Why I listen to his book. 50 Cent's book. All different kinds of books. Like it's ridiculous. Like I'm on a whole. I got a badge. Like when you listen to enough, you start to get like badges and all that. Like I'm like way up there, and I listen to the scriptures all day, and I be listening to it, and I'm like, where are they getting all this from? The Bible is strictly for Israelites. It's just about Israelites. That's it. What's so hard to believe about that? It's just a group of people, just like if we was reading the Egyptian Book of the Dead. It would just be about Egyptians, and nobody would have an issue with that. But because we just been so indoctrinated into Christianity and being in America, we think that the Bible is something that's for everybody. And we can understand that the Constitution wasn't for everybody, but for some reason we can't understand that the Bible is not for everybody, and that's where we fall short. Let me read page 426. Let me show y'all something real quick. I gotta read it real quick before I get back. 426, right? Y'all remember when we did the lecture about the so y'all can see the book? It's called Psychology, the Introduction to Psychology. Now, you know how I got this book, right? I got this book from listening to the lectures of Dr. Amos Wilson. Y'all ever heard of Dr. Amos Wilson? Dr. Amos Wilson is like he's like an Afrocentric type of psychologist, but more like he was before Dr. Umar and all that. You know what I mean? He was like the 90s, but he was a psychologist who basically he was a psychologist from more of like an Afrocentric sort of standpoint. So like when you listening to it and he talks about African people and all that, you know that he's talking about Black people, and you got to be able to read between the lines what he's saying. But the information is good information. But I was listening to it in And I heard about this book that he was reading out of, and I could not find it. I went into the comments, and I was like, what book is he reading out of? What book is he reading? Nobody would respond. Nobody responded to me. What book is he reading? It was other people that was like, what book is he reading? And nobody responded. So I said, you know what? I seen like he had all these lectures up there. It was one lecture it was like 3 hours and some almost 4 hour long lecture. So I'm like, well, I'm on the road. Let me just listen to the lecture. So I listened to the lecture, and I was able to find the book, because he was like, this Introduction to Psychology by Atkinson and Atkinson. I'm like, Atkinson and Atkinson. So I'm like, look into it. Now they had different editions, like edition 1, edition 2, edition, all these editions. I'm like, damn, which one is it? So I'm on Amazon trying to find it, and I was able to find it. It's the 9th edition. There's so many different editions. It's the 9th edition is the one that he's talking about. And this talks about the social learning approach, the social learning theory. Now, if you want to know how we, and that's the class today. The class is, you always gotta remain in the fight, right? But then you also gotta know the game that's being played on you too. And that was like why we did the lecture. The lecture on white supremacy, the state of white supremacy. I didn't get a chance to get through as much as I had. I got like so much more information, and I had so much information that I was able to go off the cuff, pretty much without even looking at the notes. Just I had so much information that I just pretty much went off of that. But because it wasn't like light, it wasn't a lot of light in the room and all that, and I couldn't really see. But this is one of the things that I wanted to bring out, and I wanted to just break it down to y'all, just to show y'all, the game that's being played on us, man. So look, this is the social learning theory. It says the theorists focus on personal determinants of behavior. Now, what I'm about to read is a manual for power. It literally is a manual for power. And the oppressor knows this about us. And this is why they're able to have power over us, right? Let's see. All right. Let's see who's in here. Any comments like that? Shout out to King Livingston on here checking in from Delaware South. Why can't checking in from Delaware South? Shapara. Nicole Davis checking in from Jersey. Yala. Lawaya. Kana. Holding up the damn line. Yeah, that's right. That's damn right, Kana. Deandra. Unjust Balances. Chastity Lindsay, shout out to you. Yakor, yeah, shout out to you, always in here. Janasia Edwards, checking in from Eastern Carolina. Okay. Crystal G, all of y'all, man. I appreciate all y'all checking into the class. But this is heavy, man. This is heavy. You definitely want to know what I'm about to read here. So it says the social learning theory, in contrast, emphasizes the importance of environmental and situational determinants of behavior, right? Now, pay attention to those three. Environmental, situational, the importance of environmental or situational determinants of behavior. For the social learning theorists, for the social learning theorists, behavior is a result of continuous interaction between personal and environmental variables. Environmental conditions shape behavior through learning. What is he saying right there? Come on, Dosh, man, break it down. Read it again. I'll read it again. It says, the social learning theorists, it says, for social learning theorists, behavior is the result of continuous interaction between personal and environmental variables. Environmental conditions shape behavior through learning.
That's like, yes, sir. It's
I mean, it just sounds like it's someone that learns from their environment.
Yes, because the oppressor puts you in the ghetto.
Right.
He puts you in the ghetto. And what happens when you learn how to be in the ghetto? And you learn how to survive in the ghetto. So you learn what? I gotta rob.
Right.
I gotta stick this brother up because I ain't got no money. Times is hard, right? So they know that your behavior is going to be a direct result of your environment, what you go through in your environment, right? So if it's a tough environment, you're gonna learn how to be tough. If it's an environment where you gotta hustle, you're gonna hustle, right? It says, hold on. It says, the behavior is a result of continuous interaction between personal and environmental variables. Environmental conditions shape behavior through learning. A person's behavior in turn shapes the environment. Do you know what that means? That means that your environment is going to shape the way Black people, we're shaped by our environment, right? So if you put a brother in the slums, right, or in the ghetto, what kind of behavior is he going to have? Ghetto behavior. And wherever he goes, what is he going to create?
More like him.
He's going to create the environment of ghetto slum behavior. They know exactly how you're going to act. That's how you can tell where a nigga's from. You can tell where a nigga from. So you talk to him, he like, the John, the bull said to the John, you John. I know he from Philly. Yo, man, you acting crazy, man. You tweaking. I know he from Chicago. Yo, you a goofy. Oh, yeah, you a goofy. Yeah, you from New York. Yo, you jacking that. You from New York. Because they know, that's how you know where a brother's from. You come from that box, that Skinner box. That box literally is called the Skinner box experiment. I'm going too deep. Hey, but tell y'all, I'm going in too much. Okay. I'm telling you how Esau is doing. How Esau is literally playing us, man, in your brain. Maybe we got it. All right, we ain't going in the scriptures. We going straight to the old president. I didn't write this book. This is what? 4 white folks with master's degrees, doctorate degrees in psychology. Let me read some more. It says, determinants of behavior. For social learning theorists, behavior is a result of continuous interaction between personal and environmental variables. Environmental conditions shape behavior through learning. A person's behavior in turn shapes the environment. Persons and situations influence each other reciprocally. To predict behavior, we need to know how the characteristics of the individual interacts with the characteristics of the situation. So the oppressor knows when it's about to be a not guilty verdict, he knows what you're going to do already. When he knows that if Kamala Harris doesn't win the election, he knows what you're going to do. He knows what you're going to do if Donald Trump wins, or he knows what's going to happen if Kamala Harris wins. He already thought about us 100 steps before we even got out the gate. You know what we still worried about? We still worried about we still worried about taping the phone on the ceiling and doing the TikTok challenge, right? We still worried about Instagram and how we're going to get lit on Instagram and get our followers up. We ain't even thinking about it. With the scripture say that you had read, you still got it? Proverbs 1:22, if you still got it. How long will you simple ones will you love simplicity? How long we gonna love it? This is a manual for power. And this is what's so crazy about it. The oppressor put it right in a book, right in front of your face. He's telling you right now, he's teaching it how he controls people. Straight like that. This is too. Remember, the psychology student, there's 2 different types. There's the black psychology student who's looking at this like, oh, well, yeah, social learning theory. Oh, man, I got a master's degree on the social learning theory, right? But the book is about you, dummy. The white man, he goes to this, he can more identify with it because the instructor is probably white. You know what I mean? So he can identify with it. So when he's seeing it, he's getting educated on the real world. You're getting educated and you're thinking that this whole book is about dogs and cats and experiments between dogs and animals and pigeons and birds. But really, it's about you. This is literally what he's saying. Okay, it says, the effect of other people, the rewards and punishments they provide, is an important influence on the individual's behavior. The reason that the oppressor is able to control us is because he controls rewards and punishment. Right. He controls that. So you don't know. So when you go to your slavery and you work, he gives rewards. He gives punishment. Right. You say this, we're going to have to punish you. You get online and say this, we're going to have to punish you. So he controls what you say, how you act, the way you carry yourself. You had to slavery, I don't want you talking about politics. You had to slavery, I don't want you talking about religion. Right? Because if not, if you do and we catch you, then we're going to have to, you know what I'm saying? And he controls rewards and punishment. You know, I don't want to go too deep into it, man. Thoughts, man. We can go into everything, man. Even like the negative reinforcement. I know y'all know what that is, right? What's negative reinforcement? I'll give you an easy example. Negative reinforcement is when you get in the car and then you pull off and they be like, bong, 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 bong. And you be like, damn. After a certain point, you like, man, click your seatbelt. That's negative reinforcement. It's to give you something negative to get a positive reaction out of you. Go ahead.
Like in a traffic ticket. No?
Yeah. Yeah. It's negative reinforcement. But it's also a spirit behind that too. You know what I mean? With it too. But it's negative reinforcement. Like, yeah, they like, look, you want to go 60 into 55? No sweat. Go ahead. We don't even gotta pull you over no more. There's speed cameras now. Speed cameras. Better watch it. When you go into Delaware through the 896 way from Newcastle. I mean, no, not from Newcastle. From Maryland. You come through Maryland up I-95 north, and you come through Delaware joint, and you go to that little spot. It's at 55, and they got a you know how I found out? It was on the news. I'm like, damn, they put it on the news. Like, if you go through there and you do more than 55, you're going to get a speed ticket through the mail, and it's $120. 120. The oppressor don't even got to pull you over no more for speeding. He got speed cameras everywhere. And you know how they do it? They'll just be like, reduce your speed. That's his warning. Reduce your speed. You're like, oh, man, you go ahead and float through this joint. Next thing you know, you're going to get a ticket in the mail for $120. Dang. Yeah, crafty. And it says, I'm gonna just read this last part, then I'm off of it. It says, the effects of other people, the rewards and punishments they provide, is an important influence on an individual's behavior. According to social learning theory, individual differences in behavior result in a large part from the differences in the kinds of learning experiences a person encounters in the course of growing up. Thoughts, man. The oppressor got us to the T. Go ahead.
So you saw that Dow test before, right? Wouldn't that be an example of the environment molding them, all of them?
Yeah.
The red ones and
yeah. You know, the oppressor will take he'll take a rat and then he'll put it in a box. And then if the rat hits the lever, he'll give him a pellet. Sometimes the rat will hit the lever and he won't give him a pellet till he hit it 3 times. Then the rat will start to be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and get the pellet. And after a certain time, the rat will start to develop like, okay, what do you want me to do? Because, you control the food. The examiner, the scientist is controlling the food. So, and he got this rat in an environment that he's controlling. So he can make essentially this rat do what he want the rat to do. Right. So if that rat went into the wall with the other rats, he would be a strange rat. Because other rats would be like, where did this rat come from? He's a different rat. That's us. That's black people. We are the rat.
Right. That's why I said we're not normal.
Right. We're the rat. We're the rat.
Yeah,
we're the dog. This whole book is about rats and dogs and animals and pigeons. And right, and what they tested on these things, and we are the prototype. They say, yeah, we're gonna test. We test on the dog. We will shock the dog. We'll shock the dog, and the dog will, he'll put up his leg. We'll shock him, and he'll put his leg up, and then before, we'll shine a light, and then we'll shock the dog's back leg. We'll shine a light, and we'll shock the dog's back leg. After so much time, they'll just shine the light, and the dog will be like, because he's already expecting to get shocked. It's because they control the environment and they can control the people. So essentially, because we went away from the Lord, we were allowed to be controlled by Esau. And Esau got into our brain with psychology, and this is why he's able to control us. I'm not even going to go into it any more deeply, but a manual for power. How long? What? Will we what? Let me get real quick. This is gonna be funny when I read this. Let me get hold on. Okay, man, find a damsel. Hold on. This is something this is crazy. I had was reading. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get it for y'all. Might have to look this one up. Hold on. Hold on. I'm almost there. Give me the one where it says, hold on. I think I'm about to get it. Hold on. All right. 1 second. Y'all gonna laugh. Hold on. Let me get Deuteronomy 20:25. Hold on. Deuteronomy 25. And let's start at 6. I know, Quayasman, you're gonna like this one. This is funny. Could you read Deuteronomy 25 and 25 and 6?
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 25 and 6. And it shall be that the firstborn which she beareth shall succeed in the name of his brother.
Hey, Tasha, you gonna like this one. You gonna like this one. Oh, the water. You gonna like this one, Dosh. All right, listen to this one. This is Deuteronomy 25 and 6. So what's going on? Just to fill you in, it's saying that if a brother dies, and not having a child, his brother is supposed to go into his wife, right, to raise up seed to that brother, right? Right? You heard that one before? You never heard that, Kwayaswan? Damn, you never heard that? So basically, me and you are brothers, and I died without having any children. The law of a brother, you're supposed to have sex with my wife, and it'll be your wife at that point, but you're supposed to have sex with her and then have a child and then name it Tizaiwan. Have a son and name it Tizaiwan. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now, that might be a quick turnaround for that brother too. We don't know that part. You know what I'm saying? So like, say I die, boom, I die, I'm out, right? And then you have sex with my wife, well, it'll be your wife at that time, and then you have a son and name him Tizaiwan. That could be my turnaround. You get my point? That could be, I could die and then boom, 9 months later, boom, I'm crying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Who knows? It could be, so this is what's going on, right? So I'm bringing you up to speed. So I'm going to get to it, Dots, right? Just hold on. All right, keep going.
Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And it shall be that the firstborn which she bear shall succeed in the name of his brother which is dead, and his name be not put out of Israel.
Uh-huh.
Verse 7. And if the man like not to take his brother's wife, then let his brother's wife go up to the gate unto the elders. Say, my husband's brother refuseth to raise up unto his brother a name in Israel. He will not perform the duty of my husband's brother.
Right, meaning that he won't get in there. Right? She going into the elders and saying he don't want to have sex with me. Now, your brother might not have had a wife that you were like privy to.
Right.
She might be fat. You don't like fat women. And you might be like, man, I don't know about that one, right? But you still got to get in there. Right. You got to get in there and perform the law of a brother. You know what I mean? You gonna have to get in there. You might not like my type of women, but you gonna have to work. Yeah. All right, you gonna have to get in there. Keep going.
Verse 8. Then the elders of his city shall call him and speak unto him, and if he stand to it and say, I like not to take her, then shall his brother's wife come unto him in the presence of the elders, and loose his shoe from off his foot.
Go ahead.
And spit in his face, and shall answer and say, so shall it be done unto the man that will not build up his brother's house.
Keep going.
Verse 10. And his name shall be called in Israel, the house of him that have his shoe loose.
Tell me that ain't crazy. That's crazy. Like, you're going to forever be known as the house of the man that got his shoe loose. Because you didn't want to get in there. Right. So now all of us is going to joke. We all going to joke for the rest of your life. We're going to joke about it and say, oh, man, that's Koyazwa. He from the house of the man that got his shoe loose. Because look, it's like kind of like insulting to her too. Because she like, you don't want to have sex with me. And he's like, man, I'll stand on it. I don't like her. I don't want to deal with that. You might, your brother's wife could have been, a bitch. You might not want those issues. So you're like, man, I don't want to have sex with her. Now you're going to have to go out in front of everybody. She's going to loosen that shoe, that sandal, and spit in your face in front of everybody. And if you're going to be forever known as the brother that got his shoe loose. That is crazy. Israel got a way, boy, to get there. The Lord got a way to get you, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, oh man.
Get in there.
Yeah, you got to get in there, man.
Didn't the chairman get in there?
Hey, Shayana, man, you was in here. No, Nahara, you was in here. Was you in here when I was talking about the psychology? Did you go over this book right here in college? This is the 9th edition of psychology, the introduction to psychology, the 9th edition by Atkinson and Atkinson. Did you go through like the social learning theory? That the sister got a master. She got a master's degree, right? A master's in psychology. Yeah. Let me know if you went through that. If you went through that book. All right. So, what was that one I wanted to get? Deuteronomy 17 and 17. I think it's 17 and 17.
Ready for it?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 17. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself.
Hold on. Is that the one I want? What's the one I want? Well, what's up? What's going on? Did she see it? She came in and checked in and left. Oh, this class. What's the one? The one about the to set the king over you?
That's 15, right? I think it's 15.
It might be 15.
I got it at 15.
18.
That's the one about boasting, right? I'm trying to know why I said king.
What we do on 17 and 15?
Yeah, I think it's 15. 17, 15.
17.
17, 15, 14.
And I want to read this too. Deuteronomy. Which one was it?
17, 15.
17 and 15. And then I want 14 and 22. This will help, the I've been seeing that too about the brothers talking about the tithes of the corn and stuff like that. Deuteronomy 14 and 22, man. God damn.
Did not like the conversation I was having though.
Golly. Yeah. What was it? What was going? Oh.
Ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Correct me that.
Mm-hmm.
She answered.
What you say? Man, you ain't reading that? Look. Hey, look. We're wanting to take Sayana, man. The psychology, man. It talks about the social learning theory and how they control niggas. Yeah, she got a master's too. Yeah, she got a master's. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse.
That's where it's at.
Well, which one you want? The king one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want king one?
Well, let's go there. Let's go there first. Let's just go there first. All right, you got it.
Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 15.
No. I'm sorry. Salaki, if I'm confusing you. 14. The 14. Yeah, the one you had. Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 22. Thou shalt truly tithe all increase of thy seed, that the field bringeth forth year by year.
Right. You know what I mean? So if you got a field, bring that corn, man. Give it to the Levites. They don't have no inheritance amongst Israel. Bring it and just start stacking it up, right? In the barn. Get it on, right? Keep going.
Verse 23. And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in a place which he shall choose to place his name there. The tithe of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thine oil.
We talk about that every week. Mataziala make the joke every week. He says you can bring a bottle. You know, yeah, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to, you know, whatever you want to do, bring it on in here. Dashiam brought something. Bring it in here, right? Let's go. Keep on.
In the firstlings of thy herds and of thy flocks, that thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always.
Right. So like if I had a bunch of flocks, right, which I wish I could do. I wish I could. All I need is 2 lambs, Dosh. We just need a male and like maybe 2 females, and we could get it on. Right. And some good. Yeah, right. With the big old booty. Right. And we you know, that's all we need is like a place to put them at, though. That's the only thing. We just need a place to put them on, like a land, some sort of land somewhere. But right, but if I was coming to Kwayaswan crib in Philly, I'd be like, yo, you know, here you go, man. You know what I mean? This for you. You know, boom. I got three for you. Bong. You like, well, damn, thanks. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 25. And thou shalt turn it.
No, verse 24.
Verse 24. Deuteronomy 14 and 24. And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it.
Right. So if you can't carry this stuff, now we're living in a time where you can't carry. I can't carry no lambs or no vegetables or none of that. Why? Because I don't have it. Why? Because we don't keep the commandments. So we've been reduced to working. So that's the only thing that I can offer to you because I have no fields. I have no animals. I have no flocks, right? So what do I have physically from what I exert my energy to every day? It's cash, right? Keep going.
Or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there, when the Lord thy God had blessed thee.
That's the school. That's where you go where the priests say you to go. That's why when we have like Passover, that's what's happening. Commander General Hunter, the generals tell us where to go. You go here. We having it there. We having it in Atlanta. We having it in North Carolina. It don't matter if you don't like the place, but that's where they said to go. That's where we go. Keep going.
Verse 25. Then thou shalt turn it into money.
Turn it into what?
Then thou shalt turn it into money.
Uh-huh.
And bind up the money in thy hand.
Uh-huh.
And shalt go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thou so lusteth after, for oxen, or for the sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink, or whatsoever thou so desire.
Right. So remember, so now this is how it would be if you were back then, right? You could bring the money, right? You could, you know, when you got there, you could go and be like, man, you know what? I'm going to do this because I know that the priests, they like, you know, to drink. So I'm gonna go grab some wine, some good wine for them, and I'm gonna bring it up there. Or, you know, they like lambs or whatever. So I'm gonna go cop me a couple of lambs and bring them up there. But we're not living like that now. So you know what we need? When you get here, you're supposed to say, man, I know brothers is looking at that book online. I know, brother. We all were talking about this book last week on Amazon, and this book is, you know, $50. All right, I'm gonna go cop the book and bring it. You know, you get my point? Or I'm gonna go because which is your soul be lusting after? Exactly. Right. Give my hand. Yeah. The school, right? That's what your soul should be lusting after, because I said it in the beginning of the class. That's what we're all here for. What else do we want? You know, that's what we signed up for. You about to be in Hebrew Academy, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you already know. This is what you signed up for, man. It's like if you don't really want to do it, then just don't do it. But the thing is that I want to tell everybody is that when you make a vow to the Lord to serve the Lord, you're gonna He's gonna require it from you.
Right.
You can't leave. If you leave, you're just gonna die. He'll find a way. The Lord is real crafty in that point, and that's in that standpoint. But you know what I mean. You can't leave. You gotta stick it out. You gotta stick it out year after year after year. How you were like 30 something? You like 30 something? So you imagine being here for 30 years. We ain't gonna be here. I ain't gonna probably be here no more. Maybe, I don't know. I'll be what, 70 something? Yeah, Lord allow, you know what I mean? But, you know, yeah, that's what it is. 30 years, 40 years, you're gonna drop dead at camp or drop dead in class. Can you do that? A lot of people can't because time go by too long, take too long. Christ is taking too long, right? And that's when people start really, they like, man, it's taking too long, man. I can't do this, man. You know what I mean? So I'm just go ahead and vote. just go ahead and get a woman to lead me. Ain't that crazy? We want a woman to lead. Damn, we done got to that point, man. We want a woman to lead. Damn. But you know what's so crazy about that, right? This is what's crazy. Kamala Harris is in office now. You know, she's talking about all the stuff she can do and she's going to promise. She's in office right now.
Right.
Why can't you do nothing now? Right. It's like, well, when I become president, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But you're the vice president now. You damn near the president now because Joe Biden then literally stepped to the side. So you're the president now. You're in office now. It's a lot of stuff that you can start doing now. Why you got to wait until we vote? That just shows you that she's not going to do nothing for you. It's just all a game. All right. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. Unless anybody got any questions or anything like that.
The sign-in sheet is in the chat. So.
The sign-in sheet is in the chat. All of y'all that have been sliding through the cracks, put the joint in there so that you can put your name in there so that you can get credit for the class. Because some of y'all been having that same name in the world for a long time. You wasting time. She said, I'm here, I'm getting settled in. I was walking in the house, getting the kids out the car. Oh, okay. Most High in Christ. Yeah, get it. Yeah, that book, you won't want to check it out, sis. It's called the 9th edition, the Introduction to Psychology. All right. I know Thashiam gonna try to take this book, but he gonna have to sign it out because the other ones I had is gone. All right. But so I think I'll end it there unless anybody got anything they wants to go ahead, Thosh.
I do so slack you, sir. I got a question about, I'm trying to pull it about Agrippa, when Paul was speaking to Agrippa.
Uh-huh.
And he said,
Is this when he was
slack you, sir.
Is this when he was like
I wish
appealing to Agrippa?
Sir.
Yeah,
what's that, like Acts 20?
When they tried to was it the Sadducees? Y'all get me right. Who tried to take Paul into the judgment? Like who tried to put him in the judgment?
I know what verse. The one where he actually said,
you almost made me a Christian.
Said he was as odd.
Oh, let me pull it.
Okay, here it is. His verse is Acts chapter 26, verse 27 and 28. I'm gonna start at verse 26. Unless you want me to go up.
Go ahead, you cool.
But it says, this is the book of Acts, chapter 26 and verse 26. For the king knoweth of these things, before whom also I speak freely. I am persuaded that none of these things are hidden from him. For this thing was not done in a corner. That's Paul saying that. King Agrippa, believe thou the prophets. That's what Paul said. I know that thou believest. Then Agrippa said to Paul, almost thou persuaded me to be a Christian. And Paul said, I would to God that not only thou, but also all that hear me this day were both almost and altogether such as I am, except these bonds.
Right. So what he's saying is, okay, you know how like you stroke a person's ego. That's what he's doing. He's basically telling Agrippa, man, I wish you was like me. You know, you believe the prophets, right? You know, like basically like, you know how like you might be in a situation where you let's take it today, right? Let's take it like how we would look at it today. Say if I'm in a room, right? And this white man is the king or whatever. He's Donald Trump. Right, say he's Donald Trump, and say Israel tries to throw me in, you know, lock me up or give me capital punishment or whatever, and I say, man, let me appeal to the devil. So now they say, oh man, so they put me in front of Donald Trump, and I say, Donald Trump, man, I know you believe what's right. I know you a fair man. And I know that you got the ability to foresee and you intercede, and you know you got the ability to be able to know what's right from wrong. I know, and you know what? He say, man, you almost persuaded me to be a Christian. Man, I wish you was like me. Except for these chains that I got on, I wish you would understand, just like how I understand. You know what I mean? That I'm unjustly being prosecuted by these, you know what I mean, by my people for this, and this. And all I'm trying to do is just teach them about Christ.
Gosh,
that's all he's doing. That's, man, Israel always been a sellout to the oppressor. Always, man. I hate that about Israel. When you read the book of the Maccabees, read book Maccabees 1 and 2, man, that's all it is about. Niggas selling out. That's all it is, man. They came to the temple. Nigga went, you read about Nicanor. You ever read about him, Quayos One? You got to read about Nicanor, man. You know what you might need to do? When you be at the slavery, you listen to your music? You do, right? So every now and again. Well, then instead of doing listening to the music, turn the Meek Mill off. Hey, turn the Boss Man D'Lo off. All right? And hey, all you gotta do is just like get you got Audible. Right, go on Audible, look up the Bible, the King James Version of the Bible, and then once you download it or whatever, because I'm pretty sure you might have credits. You got credits?
I got them.
How many credits you got? I know you probably got a lot. You probably got a lot, right? So just go on there and then download the Bible or whatever, and then when you at the slavery, just push Genesis 1 and just listen to the whole thing. Go ahead, you got it, brother.
I wanted to know, like if a brother he didn't really know his father and he wanted to figure out which tribe he was from, how would he go about doing it?
Do you okay, so your mom, right? So you said you trying to find out who your dad is? Like, well, if a brother wanted to find out who his dad was. Okay, so
like if he wanted to basically just trace back like which tribe he was from, he knew his dad, but his dad didn't know who his dad was.
Do you got like uncles? Do you got like uncles you could talk to?
So he got like a few sisters that actually knew his dad, but that's probably about it. He don't even really know them too much.
And you know what? That's very common, because you know what? I asked my mom, right? I was like, Mom, who is my mom know, like, I know who my grandfather is, right? That's my mom's dad. I'm like, Mom, what's your grandmom's name? Your grandmom's name? She like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really like that uncommon for us not to know, but you know what your dad is, right?
Not really.
So your dad, so you don't know if your dad is black, or you don't know, nobody knows if he's like a so-called Negro. Like, so, your mom don't know that?
My mother, she doesn't know that because he didn't really know his father.
Right, but generally,
his mother,
No, but I'm saying generally when your mom dated him, like I don't care who the hell we date.
So I guess you could say he would be a Negro or African American, so-called African American.
Right, so-called African American. So when you would go, like the scriptures would tell you to try the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So like when you go into like say, like I've seen people come into the school that they might have been African. So if we got an inkling, like say like the spirit will tell you where to go. So if you Judah, you'll know that you're Judah. Yeah, you get my point? Like your mom, like. Okay, just like in the scriptures tell us like not to go after endless genealogies and all that kind of stuff too as well. But like the spirit will lead you right. So like I know like I can't go past my dad's grandfather, my grandfather. I can't go past him. Like all I know is my dad and my grandfather. But I know my dad is black.
Right. So
and I know my grandfather is black.
Right.
So
recently I was trying to do a little bit of research on it. And I had found out he was a lighter skinned, my grandfather on my dad's side. And my dad was saying the only thing he knew about him probably was he was a little bit Jamaican. So that's
so you possibly could be, you possibly could be Benjamin. You possibly could be Benjamin, but like I would talk to your moms, you know what I mean? Like see if like you like you said you had like some uncles or whatever that might know. Sisters. Or do you got your father have y'all have family reunions?
Not really.
Damn.
Like he just now finding that whole side of his family.
Yeah, because I went through it too. My like we having a family reunion like in I think it's like September like the 10th or something like that. And so I'll go. And then, in those types of like family reunions that you have, you could probably, try to like talk to your aunts and uncles and cousins up there.
I was talking to one of them, but she had went through a 23andMe, and I was trying to tell her like that ain't really too accurate.
Right.
Because it was giving back some like false different lineages.
Yeah, because 23andMe is owned by the Jewish people.
Right.
And then basically they're never going to tell you an Israelite. But then when they do, like if you watch the old 60 Minutes clip, I don't know if you've seen it, but they took a lady and they gave her DNA from 3 different testing sites, and they was like, oh, you're from the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria. She was like, oh, this is so great. I'm so glad. And then right after that, they gave her another one, like, oh, this says you're from East Africa. Oh, you're Ethiopian. Then another one, and it just kept on going. And then it just got to the point where it was just foolish. They were just showing that it's a hoax. So if I was you, I would just talk to my family, you know what I mean? Just try to see who you could try to run into, maybe a cousin, maybe an older auntie. You got some older aunties that you may not talk to, but maybe you could reach out to on Facebook.
I would have to see, like, through my father.
Yeah, like maybe you might have to do that, because I know like everybody be pretty much
like
on
the closest
Facebook.
I got to is Benjamin. That's the closest I got, like learning everything.
Like Benjamin?
That may not even be a for sure thing.
Yes.
It's like, it's so hard to trace certain things back, but it's like, would that also fall into one of the curses? Like, because it's hard to find out, like trace certain things back. Like you can't really find your lineage.
Yeah, I mean that's black people. That's that's us, all of us. You know what I mean? Like we all, we can't go back, more than what you your grandfather, right?
I never met him.
You never met him, right? But your mom, so your dad, you met your dad, right?
About 3-4 times.
About 3-4 times? So, but you're black.
I know him.
Yeah. How you know?
My mom.
Right. So it's kind of like the spirit will kind of like lead you. Like if you Benjamin, like Knock, y'all remember Knock when Knock came in, Knock said he was Gad. Remember that? And then he was like, Knock was Judah. Then he said, "Nah, I'm Gad." Then he switched back, right? He was like, "Nah, I'm Judah." You know what I'm saying? So, you might either way. It don't even matter at the end of the day, honestly, because no matter, like, I'm the type of person, like, if I'm Gad, Judah, Benjamin, whatever, Dan, whatever it is, I'm still an Israelite. So at the end of the day, it don't even really matter. It's not even a big deal. But if you the spirit man, I tell you, man, if you know, I would do some research on it and then see if you know, you can find something from your family and find out if you know your pops is a so-called Negro. But I it's kind of hard because like if your mom's, you know, like we have sex with people, you know, in the world, and you gotta know who you having sex with, right? And I mean, to some extent, right?
No, all of them.
You know what I mean? You know, if it's a white woman, like, yeah, she white. Yeah, this is definitely white. But like, if your mom was like, okay, this dude, he was, you know, she might not know exactly like what his traits were, like exactly like what his lineage was, but like maybe he might have been a brother who, you know, I hate saying this, he played basketball. You know, he played basketball, you know, he smoked weed. You know what I mean? Maybe he sold drugs. Maybe it might be good to surmise. Maybe he might be a brother. I mean, Judah. He might be Judah. But like, if maybe you know, maybe if he was in like soccer and all that kind of stuff, maybe he might be Benjamin. I don't know. Who knows, man? But at the end of the day, man, you were Israelite. But you feel like you Judah though?
Yeah.
Then you Judah, man. Let's get it, man. Judah, man. That's right, man. Damn right, man. You Judah, man. Let's get it. Until we find out otherwise. You know what I mean? We'll see. You going to Hebrew Academy?
Yeah.
Well then, yeah. Benjamin liked to kick a lot. I noticed that. Benjamin likes to kick. It will kick the shit out you. Salakia. So if you do that, then we'll see. Like Captain Mashab. We'll see. We'll see. You like to kick a lot. Hey, that'll usually tell you the Benjamites, boy, they get it on. They get it on. They will stomp the mud hole in you.
Definitely lighter than foot.
Yeah, the Benjamites, boy, they don't play.
Definitely lighter than foot.
Yeah, they'll kick you in your face. All right. So, anybody got any more questions? Everybody good? No sweat, man. If y'all ever want to know about the social learning theory, y'all can check out the book, and I'll lock it in for y'all. All right. So, with that being said, I'm gonna turn the class over to Priest and Officer Zarabakar. Tasiam, can you turn the camera for him, please, Baruch?
Shalom. This is the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge.
Make sure you get the security on it. The security.
This is your ISUPK security announcements. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shut themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Times, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. Means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'asharah. It's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest fund. It's a free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like to give, or whatever bottle you like to bring, or whatever you want to donate to the priest. Upcoming holy convocations.
Is the feast of Memorial blowing the trumpets?
The feast of October 22nd. Okay, 2nd or 26th? Second. Okay. The feast of Memorial blowing of the trumpets. That's October 2nd.
We got the camping trip too.
And we also had the camping trip.
October 16th.
October 16th.
To the 24th.
To the 24th. And get in contact with Officer of 1,000 Tashiem.
And then also too, we got the barbecue for the New York barbecue.
Also, we have the New York barbecue. That's September 1st.
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah, and the camp is going to be in Times Square with Commander General Yohana. So we're gonna be there in Times Square on Saturday, September the 1st. in Times Square.
October 31st.
Yeah.
Okay, October 31st, we'll be out at camp at Times Square.
Yeah, you want to get out there, man. Get out there, man. You want to get in front of a lot of people, go and speak at Times Square.
Right. That's it?
Yeah.
All right, kind of kind. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start by wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. With that being said, men of Israel, Mijel, we're going to give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Mijel Shabbat, Mijel, Barak, Yahweh, Shem Yahweh, Yahweh, Sorry, we're going to turn and face the sisters. Sisters of Mijel, we're going to give sisters a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Mijel Shabbat, Mijel, Barak, Yahweh, Shamar, Yahweh, 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 class dismissed.